বলতে হবে, অ্যাডভাইস না, শুধু ওনার ইনস্ট্রাকশন মতো। তার মানে আমরা চাকর বাকর আর কি, আমরা বন্ডেড লেবার। আমরা ইলেক্টেড গভর্নমেন্ট হয়েও ইলেক্টেড গভর্নমেন্ট হ্যাভ বিকেম বন্ডেড লেবার। একটা কাউন্সিলরের কর্পোরেট ইলেক্টেড না হয়েও, নমিনেটেড একজন হয়েও তিনি হয়ে গেছেন এখন সবার মাথার ওপরে সুপার পাহারা দেয়। আমি বাধ্য হয়েছি আজকে আমার টুইটের অ্যাকাউন্ট থেকে ওনাকে ব্লক করে দিতে, কারণ প্রতিদিন আমার ইরিটেশন হতো ওনার টুইটগুলো দেখে। যে কথাগুলো বলা উচিত নয় এমন এমন কথা বলতেন যা মানুষের পক্ষে মানবিক দিক থেকেও অমানবিক। এর জন্য আমি ক্ষমা চেয়ে নিচ্ছি, আমার কিছু করার নেই। আমি অনেকদিন প্রধানমন্ত্রীকে চিঠি লিখেছি, 4-4বার চিঠি লিখেছি, বারবার বলেছি, বাট হি ইজ নট লিসনিং। প্রতিদিন অফিসারদের ডেকে পাঠাচ্ছে, যেটা উনি পারেন না, উনি চিফ মিনিস্টারকে বলতে পারেন। ডাইরেক্ট যা ইচ্ছে তাই করে যাচ্ছে, ভয় দেখাচ্ছে সবাইকে, সবাইকে থ্রেট করছে। মানে আদালত থেকে শুরু করে আমি শুনেছি ইনকাম ট্যাক্স, ইডি থেকে শুরু করে সিবিআই, কাস্টমস থেকে শুরু করে কলকাতা সিপি থেকে ডিজি থেকে চিফ সেক্রেটারি থেকে হোম সেক্রেটারি থেকে প্রিন্সিপাল সেক্রেটারি, সকলকেই ভয় দেখাচ্ছে, থ্রেট করছে, ডিএমএসপি সবাইকে। কেন? উনি নিজেকে কি ভাবে? শুনুন, বাংলার মানুষ মাথা নত করে চলে না। আমি কেন্দ্রীয় সরকারকে বারবার বলেছি, আমি নিজে গিয়ে কথা বলে এসেছি, এটা বলবেন না যে আমি জানাইনি। আপনাদের মনে আছে জ্যোতিবাবুর সময় ধরমবীরা যখন ছিল, 2-1টা ফাইল ক্লিয়ার করেনি বলে জ্যোতিবাবুরা তাকে সরিয়ে দিতে বাধ্য হয়েছিলেন। আমরা কিন্তু গত 1 বছর ধরে 1.5 বছর ধরে সহ্য করে যাচ্ছি। এখনো আমার হিউম্যান রাইটস কমিশনের চেয়ারম্যান, হাইকোর্টের চিফ জাস্টিসের মতো লোক, এক্স চিফ জাস্টিস, তার ফাইল ক্লিয়ার করেনি। হিউম্যান রাইটসের মেম্বার আরেকজন জাজ ফাইল ক্লিয়ার করেনি। লোকায়ত কমিটির চেয়ারম্যান, তার ফাইল ক্লিয়ার করেনি। রাইট টু ইনফরমেশনের মেম্বার, তাদের ফাইল ক্লিয়ার করেনি। প্রত্যেকটা ফাইল ফেলে রেখে দিয়েছে। হাওড়ার মানুষ, বালির মানুষ আজকে পরিষেবা পাচ্ছে না ওনার জন্য, ফাইল ক্লিয়ার করেনি। উনি ঠিক করবেন যে কোনটা কার সাথে থাকবে না থাকবে? এটা তো পলিটিক্যাল পার্টির কাজ, এটা তো গভর্নমেন্টের কাজ। পলিসি ডিসিশন ইজ নট হিজ ডিসিশন। উনি আসবেন, বিধানসভা উদ্বোধন করবেন, আম্বেদকরের গলায় মালা দেবেন, ছবি তুলবেন, 2-1টা কথা বলবেন, স্টেট গভর্নমেন্টের কাছে যে বিলগুলো যাবে ওনার কাছে, একবার গেলে ওনার যদি কিছু ক্লারিফিকেশন চাওয়ার থাকে উনি পাঠাবেন, সেকেন্ডবার গেলে সেগুলো ছেড়ে দেবেন। এই তো নিয়ম। সংবিধান তো ছোট থেকে আমরাও পড়ে আসছি, ক্লাস 8-9 থেকে। প্রত্যেকটা বিল আটকে দিয়েছেন। আর ওনার পোস্ট হয় বিজেপির কিছু গুন্ডা, প্রতিদিন লোক মারছে। পরশুদিনও নোয়াপাড়ায় আপনারা জানেন আমাদের গোপাল দাস খুন হয়েছে। তার আগে একটা বোমা বিস্ফোরণে 1জন মারা গেছে, 2জন মিসিং আছে। প্রতিদিন তার ডাইরেক্ট এনকারেজমেন্টে আজকে আমি বাধ্য হয়েছি আমার টুইটার ব্লক করে দিতে। এবং আগামী দিন সিদ্ধান্ত আমি নেব না, সিদ্ধান্ত মানুষ নেবে, সিদ্ধান্ত বিধানসভা নেবে, সিদ্ধান্ত সংসদ নেবে। আমি এখন অনুরোধ করবো প্রাইম মিনিস্টারকে, 4টে চিঠি যাওয়ার পরেও আপনি কেন এখন ওনাকে উইথড্র করেননি? এবং উনি যখন এসেছিলেন, নিয়ম ছিল সরকারিয়া কমিশন বলেছিল যে চিফ মিনিস্টারকে কনসাল্ট করে দেবে, কনসাল্ট তো করেনি। তা সত্ত্বেও আমরা অভিনন্দন জানিয়েছিলাম, ভদ্রতা করে অনেক সুযোগ দিয়েছিল। কিন্তু 1.5 বছর ধরে ক্রমাগত উনি প্রত্যেকটা কাজে যে আমাদের আটকাচ্ছেন। এমনকি মা ক্যান্টিনে ভাত আর ডিম করতে আসে, তার কৈফিয়ত ওনাকে দিতে হবে। তাহলে উনি যে তাজ বেঙ্গল থেকে রোজ খাবার আনেন, সেগুলো কি কৈফিয়ত আমাদের দেন? বের করবো বিল। কাজে এনাফ ইজ এনাফ। পেগাসাস তো রাজভবন থেকে চলছে। এক অল ইন্ডিয়া পেগাসাস, আর এখানে না বিশ্বাস। পেগাসাসের নাবিশ্বাস বসে আছে, এখান থেকে কন্ট্রোল করছে সব অফিসারদের, সবার ফোন ট্যাপ করছে, যা ইচ্ছে করে যাচ্ছে। যান না, গিয়ে পুরো রাজভবনটা তোলপাড় করুন, দেখবেন কারা আছে আর কি কি কাগজপত্র আছে, সব পেয়ে যাবেন। আমি কেন করবো? এটা সাংবাদিকদের কাজ। আমি আপনাকে ক্লু দিলাম, আপনার ক্লু খুঁজে বের করা দরকার। ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ, জয় হিন্দ।
Right, Mamta Banerjee was just speaking to the media a short while earlier, raising a number of objections to the governor, especially the statements made on Twitter, to the extent that the chief minister says she's been forced now to block the governor on Twitter so that she cannot access his tweets and cannot see those tweets, which she says has been annoying her. Also, she said, "Forgive me that I had to block the governor from Twitter. All our work is being regularly stalled by the governor," also saying that the party workers are being attacked by BJP goons. Well, the governor also has responded to this entire controversy, stating, and I quote, "Mandated under Article 159 of the Constitution to ensure none in the state blocks constitutional norms and rules of law and those in authority bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India." Let me go across to Indranil Khan of the BJP joining us on the phone line. Indranil Khan, good afternoon. Now, this is turning out to be a major confrontation between the chief minister and the governor, where each side is putting out their points, but Mamta Banerjee says that their work is being regularly stalled. Not just that, she has been impacted mentally by the tweets of the governor.
What can we say? Because Mamta Banerjee forgets that she is the chief minister of a country called India. She has forgotten that. And as per the constitution, she has to follow the law of the land. She has to respect constitutional norms, practices, and ethics. But ethics, constitutional norms, law of the land, these are alien to her dictionary. And that's why this is not the first time she has been doing this. She has been doing similar such activities which are not in rhythm with the spirit of the Constitution of India. And you can see that.
No, but why do you say that she is not following the constitutional law? Let me bring in Saugata Roy of the TMC. Good afternoon, Mr. Roy. Indranil Khan here saying that Mamta Banerjee is behaving like she is the chief minister of the country at large. She is not following constitutional norms, and that is why she is so angry today at the governor.
Who is saying that?
Indranil Khan of the BJP is also on the line. Please respond to what he is saying and also to what Mamta Banerjee has said today.
No, I don't know who he is. He is neither MP nor MLA.
No, he is a BJP spokesperson, Indranil Khan, who is online with us. Saugata Roy, if you could talk about what exactly has prompted Mamta Banerjee to take this decision to block the governor on Twitter.
Because the governor was constantly making hostile statements against the chief minister. Constantly trying to provoke the chief minister. Constantly putting impediments in the way of government legislation by not signing government legislation. Constantly delaying the signing of the files. He has become a real problem, a pain in the neck of the elected state government. Mamta Banerjee has done right by blocking the governor's Twitter account. It's useless, and Constitution nowhere says that the governor can tweet. The Constitution nowhere allows the government to make public statements on a public platform like Twitter. So governor is being unconstitutional, not Mamta Banerjee. And since the government has the habit of doing tweets and WhatsApp, I am also personally going to block the governor on WhatsApp.
How will it help, Mr. Roy? Derek O'Brien is also saying the same thing. But is it, are you not aggravating matters? This is supposed to be a collaboration, a collaborative effort between the governor and the CM that's running the state.
Please see, governor is a nominated person. His locus standi is very limited to few articles of the Constitution. He does not represent the will of the people. He is an outsider imposed by the central government. And he has taken it upon himself to become the spokesman of the BJP. So he is disturbing the government. All we are trying to do is to block him. Blocking him will mean ignoring him to a certain extent, which he deserves fully.
Which you can do without blocking as well. But let me ask you what the governor has said now in response, Mr. Roy, is that he is mandated under the Constitution to ensure that the constitutional norms and rule of the law is maintained. So in that respect, he says that if I have been raising issue, why is that bothering the Chief Minister?
No, which article of the Constitution gives him the right to tweet? If you tell us, we'll be obliged.
No, but is it barred? You would know better than me. Is it barred by Constitution not to use social media platforms in his capacity? May not be as a governor, but as an individual.
It does not allow him to use social media platform against the elected state government. Nowhere in the Constitution it is mentioned. Let him mention the article under which he is doing this. So he is doing things unconstitutionally. We should do everything to shut our ears to whatever he shouts.
Okay, Indranil Khan, your quick response to that. So now the whole of TMC top leadership, we have Saugata Roy with us, Derek O'Brien also saying the same thing, that now we are just going to shut out what they feel is noise or sound and fury signifying nothing.
MPs, MLAs, everyone know only one thing, that is to praise Mamta Banerjee for whatever good or bad she does. And that's why she has become so much intolerant to any sort of criticism, any sort of rebuff, any sort of rebuke. And that's why the situation is just a reflection of her political intolerance. You know, that's why we have so much political violence in West Bengal, and she has stayed a mute spectator to all this. And this is just one of her acts of political intolerance. She follows that she forgets at times that she is mandated by the Indian Constitution to respect the constitutional norms. But she thinks that she is above the law of the land, and that's why we are seeing all this.
I mean, in a way, no one can stop an individual from blocking another person. So there's no illegality involved. Let's be very clear that, yes, in their individual capacity, members of the TMC has decided to block the governor, to shut out the statements that are coming in to sort of corner the Mamta Banerjee government. Indranil Khan, thank you so much for joining us. Saugata Roy, appreciate you joining us this afternoon. My colleague Tamal is with us, joining us with more inputs. Tamal, at the moment, you know, this is turning out to be an ugly fight, and both sides believe that the other side is being more confrontational. Mamta Banerjee goes to the extent of saying that this has caused her mental trauma to read the tweets, and therefore she's being forced to block the governor.
That symbolically gives out a very strong message, and essentially it's more like a statement that Mamta Banerjee wanted to make. Of course, the fact of the matter is we are talking about two individuals who hold constitutional position. One is the Chief Minister and other is the Governor. But the kind of face-off we have seen in the past between the Governor and the government, it's nothing new. It has been there in public domain. Mamta Banerjee has gone to the extent of suggesting that Pegasus is being operating from Raj Bhavan, that the officers are being snooped upon, officers are being called by the Governor. And if I can quote her, she's saying on one hand you have All India Pegasus, and here you have the Governor, and literally misusing the Raj Bhavan. This is not a usual statement to come from somebody who holds the constitutional position like the Chief Minister. But then she explains enough is enough. She is saying that for long she had been tolerating this, and thus it's enough is enough for her, and she has blocked the Governor on Twitter. So as I said, it's more like a statement, symbolically a gesture that she wanted to make as a statement. We also have to understand there had been several communication between the state government of Mamta Banerjee and the central government. Mamta Banerjee has written 4 letters to the Prime Minister, urging the Prime Minister to intervene and asking him to recall the Governor. We have seen as how time and again there had been issues raised in the assembly, in the floor of the assembly by Trinamool Congress MLAs. So we have seen the showdown for very long, but Mamta Banerjee is trying to suggest that she has maintained the courtesy for way too long, but not anymore. And why? She is saying that every morning, and if I can show you, every morning and evening, the governor tweets and tags Mamta Banerjee. For example, see, 22 hours before, the governor had tweeted something, and the last handle which he had tagged was Mamta Official. The tweet before that, again 23 hours before, again he had tagged Mamta Banerjee. So like this, you have the third consecutive tweet which has happened in the past 24 hours. You see he has tagged Mamta Banerjee. So basically Mamta Banerjee is saying that on social media, time and again, the kind of language being used by the governor, allegations volleyed against the government of Mamta Banerjee, and also the kind of attacks unleashed on her and the government, that she finds quote-unquote unethical, and thus she has blocked the governor. Interestingly, after this statement, and as you also put out that tweet of the governor, this is the response. Essentially, this is the response of the governor to Mamta Banerjee, but you cannot see Mamta Banerjee being tagged because he cannot tag Mamta Banerjee any longer, because Mamta Banerjee has blocked the governor on Twitter. So yes, it is a face-off, an extension of the face-off. Where it would lead the government and the governor, we cannot really say, because as a matter of fact, Trinamool Congress as a political party, the member of parliament, in all likeness would be seeking opposition unity on the issue of the governor, as they aim to raise this issue during the budget session of the parliament, inside the parliament, on the floor of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So the governor issue had been hanging for long. The governor says that he is following the protocol, that he has the right to intervene and question the government as and when the government steers or veers into anything wrong direction. But Mamta Banerjee says that the governor had been behaving more like a BJP party person, and that the Raj Bhavan has been misused, that he had been encouraging people to create law and order situation in the state. So all in all, it's a face-off between the governor and the government of Mamta Banerjee, between Mamta Banerjee and Jagdeep Dhankar, the governor. But then the punchline of the day is Mamta Banerjee says she has blocked the governor on Twitter.
Yes, that's the big update. Thank you, Tamal, for joining us with all the important perspectives. Let's take a short break here. News and updates continue on the other side. When we return, we'll get you the latest on government's hypocrisy on the Uniform Civil Code. The Supreme Court had to penalize the undecided centre for not taking a stand on the Uniform Civil Code. And ahead of elections in 5 states, poll panel extends the ban on rallies and roadshows till 11th of February.